And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Ready?
Now the young man was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
61, matchbox, Mike. 5,
Rock going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw it is Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right. 4 down. Check. Crawl. What? 11. Hey, Foxtrot. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Now Luck. That's complete. It's Collins. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 22-yard line. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And off comes to Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They give it to Peterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike. On. Strip that ball. Referee. SOS.
Out of the gun. Lock. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing again on second down. Luck. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I at Pitt. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 22 yards there, a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is
And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
The second down play, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Drew Lock with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deion Kane, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Colts first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a give to Collins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Check, point 7. Let's pick it up.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime in a... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go, set, 60 or. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming west. Hey, wahoo! Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Not here. Let's go.
Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Luck. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check out.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Well, this is Hilton on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Luck. He's going to fire this thing deep right. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to the air. Lock on second down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he's got his man Hilton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and goal. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Deon Cain, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Yes, yes. Weapon. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Feels right. Check. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on second and long. Lock. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marcus Johnson, 79 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Check 26. On. Hey, check. Hey, orbit.
Throwing on second and long. Luck. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
first and 10. Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. It's our field. Reggie. Jim.
Another try after the first down sack. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Luck now to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Strong right.
Second and 10, Luck again. Buying time to his left. Caught left side by Hilton. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at about the 32. To throw is Luck. Under pressure and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Topper!
Here's Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Come on, set. 10-2, son. Go, go.
At the 28-yard line.
Go.
Now Locke throwing on second down. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Luck. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey!
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just... And the decision to bring it out.